Now we're live. Good.
We're live.
We are live on the Facebooks. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
I got the camera there.
2 of the 3 of us are sick,
Yeah.
so forgive the audio
I feel fantastic.
for now.
Yeah. As long as I don't have any pepperoni. Which apparently triggers what I think I got the GERD. I think is what's happening. Which I forget what it stands for already, but it means I'm getting old.
Pepperoni? You can't eat pepperoni pizza no more?
Pepperoni, salami, any of these the sausages.
Oh, like processed meats like that?
Apparently.
They make you sick?
Yeah. They make you
shit.
feel like there's a javelin being thrown through my chest. and it maintains there for hours.
So it's like massive heartburn.
Yes.
Oh.
To the point where I had to go to the hospital last week because I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and it had not gone away until 7. So I started, all right, I got to go see somebody. I'm pretty sure I'm dying. Next urgent care opens at 8. All right, I'll go to the urgent care. Because, I mean, I'm still alive, obviously.
Yeah.
If it was a heart attack, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, so it's not an emergency. It's urgent.
Yeah.
So I went to the urgent care and...
So you're part of the sick unit with us.
Yeah.
You're just sick in a different way.
Right. 5 hours later, like, yeah, it's just heartburn. Thanks, man.
There's a great Louis C.K. joke back a long time ago when he was married, and he talked about how he had like his stomach was hurting and was complaining to his wife. This is when him and his wife were still married, and she's like, "Well, then go to the fucking hospital then and have it checked out if it's that bad. Otherwise, help me with these goddamn kids, Louis." So he gets in the car and he goes to the hospital, and on the way over there, he's like, "Please let it be cancer. Please let it be cancer, so I can shove it in her face."
I was hoping the entire time, like, this better be something. And then once it's over, like, just heartburn, like, oh, this is an entire day wasted then. I didn't go to work. I had to do an ER copay. Like, please be something. But then I should have been happy that it was nothing. But I was kind of like, so that's it? I'm just a baby as far as the pain goes? That's what it comes down to. Anyway. Yeah, spoilers pre-show. That's what we're doing. Just,
Yes.
Not health talk. But you guys, are you gonna make it through the podcast? You two?
What do you mean?
You gonna make it through the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I collapse in the middle of the screen, you'll notice.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right. Because if you were to collapse, as long as you would come back to finish the podcast as a ghost.
Yeah. So we're watching. That's a good transition.
Thank you.
We're watching Ghostbusters 2. Why are we watching Ghostbusters 2? Because at the end of the movie, it's New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day.
Yeah. The whole, like, the apex of the story revolves around New Year's.
Yes. Do you remember what our New Year's movie last year was?
Oh, yeah.
Was
The
it-
fourth thing, the guys, end of the year.
Was it New
rendition?
Year's? New Year's Eve?
It had no. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, damn it. No.
I'm going to kill you. The devil has come back to impregnate this girl.
That's right.
I'm going to kill you. Devil, come here. I'm here.
Yeah. Slice.
Yeah. That had to do with more New Year's than this one.
Absolutely.
It's still New Year's.
Yeah.
New Year's is still a critical part of the story for Ghostbusters 2.
Right.
Yeah, so we're watching Ghostbusters 2 because this will be our New Year's Eve episode.
We have any games for this Facebook pre-show thing?
No.
All right.
No games.
Well, then how about
Okay.
little non-spoiler Star Wars talk?
Okay. A quick review of The Last Jedi.
Because
Non-spoilers?
We
Because-
have seen it.
Yeah. Maestro has.
Maestro has not. So
No. So no spoilers, or I will kill you both.
yeah, even though the name of the show is spoilers,
Okay.
we do respect the actual law of spoilers.
Yeah.
Which what is it? Is 2 weeks? I think is the agreed upon time limit before. Well, actually, we're past that,
Yeah, we are past that.
but we're also not assholes. So we're not going to spoil it for Maestro.
But I feel like something on the level of like Star Wars or Game of Thrones, you have you have a few days, a week max to see it before.
Oh, yeah?
You know what, dude? It's
wow.
like it's over. Like you need to have seen it by now. I feel like something on this level.
I had a douchebag coworker of mine. He came in Monday after opening weekend. He came in, Star Wars, worst movie I've ever seen, and it was bad. It made the first 3 look amazing. I'm talking about episode 1, 2, and 3, and it's like, oh, just once that one scene happened, and you know what? I won't give spoilers, but if you want me to, I will. And I stood up, turned around, I said, no, no spoilers. He's like, oh, all right.
Was this guy dressed up as a Game of Thrones character in your photo?
No, he was not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I'm just trying to
No,
remember.
but apparently,
the
he's a big Star Wars fan. In fact, his coffee mug is an R2D2 type of thing. So
Okay.
he is a fan. But as we talked about earlier, I think a lot of this outrage because there's a lot of been negative reviews, right? You've heard of these.
It is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes,
Okay.
but from the audience side. That's because it's all these like fanboys, these like 45, 50-year-old fanboys who grew up with it. Like, this isn't the Star Wars movie. It's not the same formula that I'm used to. Therefore, it sucks.
Right. And the theory that I had was this is the backlash from nerd becoming mainstream.
Right.
Nerd things have become more mainstream, so now the nerds that were not in the mainstream now have to take a stance against this.
They now have to be the anti, regardless.
Right. Because now they cannot and they will not be lumped in the same category as regular people or the popular people even that like these movies. So if said jock goes to see Star Wars and says, "Oh, the movie's great," nerds now stance has to be, "Fuck that movie."
Yeah.
I have nothing in common with that guy.
You now have to be a contrarian.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, when I was a nerd, things were good. Now that everybody is claiming to be a nerd, this is one of those fake nerd movies, and I'm a real nerd, so therefore
You
I don't
sound
like
like
it.
me with these superhero movies.
Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah.
I understand it.
That's me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense to a point, but at there's not much to complain about, I don't think.
There's two things to complain about.
Okay.
And they're both towards the beginning.
Yes.
Within the first like 20 minutes of the movie.
Right. Yes, and we
Where-
did talk about that, and we agree on that.
Where we were like, well, the people I saw it with, we looked at each other after the Princess Leia scene.
Yeah.
Or she's a general now, General Leia scene.
Right.
And me and my friends looked at each other and like, are you fucking...
Where did that come
like,
from?
Is this
Yeah.
really what's going to be happening now? But
Yeah.
then the Snoke throne room scene,
Yeah.
that like recovered the movie, and then everything else after that, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Okay. Yeah, the first thing that threw me for a loop was the comedy that was put in,
Forced comedy.
the forced comedy, which is not force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a little more comedy than the regular Star Wars movies.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was odd. That was it.
I'm deliberately not paying attention to
Okay.
anything Star Wars. So until you guys like
No,
switch.
we're being very vague. We're not spoiling.
Yeah.
I understand, but I figure it's better that if I just don't pay attention until we switch.
Oh,
Because
okay.
That's fine.
then I'll start getting confused, asking questions, and before I know it, I'll spoil it for myself.
Okay. So basically, Han Solo died in
Yeah.
this movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait,
He died again.
again, they brought him back just to kill him again.
Well, what happened was Kylo Ren, he stabbed him through the chest, do you remember? And he fell down,
Right.
and he swam up river, and then he got a whole new identity. Han Solo got he was peeling oranges, and he was making IDs at a hospital.
Right.
And now he's a janitor at a hospital.
Yeah.
And then, do you see what movie I'm trying to reference?
No.
The Fugitive.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I was trying to do he was probably like "You're my son. I don't care."
I don't care.
I was trying to loop in
okay.
like a more well-known fugitive.
Orange
reference.
peels. Damn, that's real deep, man.
Oh yeah, because there's a scene where
Did you watch this last night?
No, I
didn't
just
remember that.
I love The Fugitive.
Okay.
That might be my birthday movie. I love that movie.
all right.
I love that movie.
I have very fond memories of The Fugitive because it was the first. I think it was the first movie that should have been outside the bubble.
Uh-huh.
That was in the bubble because of my grandfather.
Oh.
My grandfather wanted to watch that movie, and he didn't care that I was with him or not. He was like, "We're watching this movie."
Okay.
so I was like, "Oh," and it was great. It was
Yeah,
great.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It was nominated for a bunch of Oscars.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee Jones won an Oscar for that role.
Oh, cool, yeah, of course, he's better.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Star Wars. So Kylo Ren, he finds a green infinity gem. He turns time backwards to bring Han Solo back out, just so he can kill him one more time.
Yeah.
It was weird.
But now that's possible because Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel, and they bought 20th Century Fox, so now they own the X-Men
Yeah.
and the Fantastic Four. They also own they own Die Hard now.
Is that right?
Die Hard is a Fox property,
Oh.
and they bought it. So me and my friends were discussing this before the trailer started, and we were like, "Holy shit, dude! Like now that Disney owns all this shit, like that means they can do an Alien movie, a Predator movie, a Die Hard movie." And then my friend said, "Imagine, like whatever fucking like Star Destroyer ship they have. Imagine somebody hijacks it and they get a message. Now I have a Star Destroyer. Ho ho ho.
Yeah. Oh. I know it's impossible now, but I would have loved to seen a Darth Gruber. that would have been great. Alan Rickman. Too
McClane
soon.
somehow transported to the Star Wars world."
Yeah.
and he's in the middle of some battle, and he's like, "What the hell do I do now?"
I could see him in one of those scenes that was the pod racing.
Okay.
Like he'd be the guy that had the wings, that little fat guy that owned Anakin at one point.
Oh yeah.
I could see him in like that kind of role.
Okay.
Or just like, "No, kid, get out of here,"
Yeah.
or all just disgruntled.
But now, hear me out here.
Okay.
Since Disney owns Star Wars and all these properties,
Yeah.
they can, in theory, blend them together. So Wolverine, in theory, could show up in a Star Wars movie, but that'll be too ridiculous. The nerds, not just the nerds, everybody would complain. How about this? In one of these Star Wars spin-off movies, they crash land. Hey, what are those eggs? And then a fucking hand comes out. They're stuck on either an alien planet or a predator planet.
The facehuggers.
This is how you set up Boba Fett versus Predator.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter versus
Predator's
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Like Boba Fett's chase. This is how you do the Boba Fett like solo movie.
Okay.
Like his own standalone movie. He's chasing someone through the galaxy, and he lands on this planet. And then he has them lined up, and then you see 3 red dots just appear on his target's head, and bam, it blasts him.
No, that's the whole trailer, though. The whole trailer is Boba Fett and a sniper rifle, and then beep, beep, beep. And then you hear a charge, and then cut to black. Coming this June.
Yeah.
Like, oh!
Yeah.
Boba Fett against a predator!
Yeah.
You got the drop on him!
And it works because we don't know how this is supposed to be a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We don't know the history of Predator.
Right.
We don't know how far back Predator goes.
It can go crazy far back.
Same thing with Alien.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like it. I like it a lot.
The Predator just takes his kill, and now he's got to hunt the Predator.
Maybe the whole idea of Predators having a mask on didn't come until
He saw Boba Fett's
mask.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Before then, they just had no mask on.
Yeah.
They killed him like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
Now they got a mask.
Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah. So, I liked... Real quick, let me just wrap up the Star Wars review. I liked it because they did things that were different. They didn't follow the typical Star Wars formula.
Yep.
There were cool scenes. There were scenes that fed into the fans. Like, this is for you, fans. But there was a lot of scenes where they just were like, fuck you, fans. Like the thing with Luke, the lightsaber.
Yeah. But I wouldn't call it like a fuck you fans thing. It'd be a hey, this is the new reality. This is the new world we live in.
Yeah.
It's kind of adapting to not the millennials or whatnot, but like it's adapting to the way films are now.
Yeah.
Because if you keep the same formula of the old Star Wars
Nothing
things,
changes.
Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of people because things are so. Star Wars came out in the 80s, right?
70s.
Okay, so that's even before my bubble of my cutoff of movies. If they all came out in that same style, I'd get bored quickly. I'm sure. So they need to adapt, and part of the comedy thing I think is part of that adapting.
Yeah.
Which you could, I could take or leave that part of it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It didn't seem to fit.
That first one,
Yeah.
with General Hux and Poe, that was like really forced. Every other funny thing was very like subtle. It like blended, but it was just so jarring because we weren't expecting it to be like that.
Yeah. The other thing that was definitely only for ratings or for merchandise was those little
Porgs,
the little creatures.
Porgs,
They're porgs.
the little things hanging out with Chewie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Porgs.
Were those around before? This is new, right?
Yeah, it's new.
Okay, because I don't recognize them.
Yeah.
But that's a money grab
Yes.
for sure. Clever.
At Downtown Disney, that's all you fucking see now are
Is
these
it?
little Porg things.
All right. But you should watch it. It's definitely
Yeah, it's good.
You should watch it for sure.
But now there's all these people on Reddit who they have this petition. Sign this petition. If we get 2 million votes, this movie will not be the official part of canon and Star Wars canon. And I'm like, dude, that's not up to you.
That's stupid.
That's up to the fucking Disney now.
Yeah.
They own this shit.
Yeah. Disney's gonna redact. No, they're not redacting anything. I'm pretty sure Three Caballeros is still a Disney movie. They didn't stop making that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Still
Okay.
a Disney property.
Right. Looking back on that couldn't have got made today.
No.
There's no way. Super racist.
Yeah.
Educational.
Uh-huh.
But in today's climate, so much outrage would have happened.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure it's on the shelf still, so they're not pulling anything.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, watch Star Wars.
Yep. The Last Jedi, that's what it's called?
The Last Jedi.
Yep. Yeah, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Maestro, we're done with the Star Wars talk. You can rejoin us now.
Yeah, we're about to go into the episode of
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 2. Right before, it's a year before your cutoff.
Right. Oh, yeah. So the first opening scene of Ghostbusters, there's this Yoda in which they start blasting him because he's a
No, it's the
Ghost.
It's the ghost of Yoda.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
obviously he's dead. It was a long time ago. Come on. All right. Anyway,
Okay, so we'll now be doing the live episode.
yes. Where are we?
Okay, so enjoy.
Recording here.
Mhm.
Sound levels. Everything's good.
Yep.
All right.
Hello out there in podcast land, and welcome back to Spoilers, your bad movie review show on the Rat Pack Podcast Network, where your hosts have lots of opinions but zero credentials. Each week we watch a movie, usually a bad one. We crack a couple jokes, we give you our insight into the film, and we play a couple games at the end. I'm your host, Hollywood, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Adam and Maestro.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Adam.
This week, we celebrate New Year's Eve / New Year's Day with 1989's Ghostbuster 2. For the one scene that has New Year, so it qualifies.
That's fine. I was trying to find something.
Yeah,
I typed in New Year's
it works.
movies. I saw
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
It
2,
works.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was bad.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Why are we watching Ghostbusters 2? Isn't this a classic from our youth? Oh, we'll get into that.
Worst Ghostbusters ever.
No, that's the new one with the women.
That wasn't that bad.
I know. Okay, hold on. We'll get there. This movie, Ghostbusters 2, was directed by Ivan Reitman and stars Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, amongst others. Let me hit you with a brief synopsis. We'll go from there. The discovery of a massive river of ectoplasm and a resurgence of spectral activity allows the staff of Ghostbusters to revive their failed business. I ask this every week. Have you ever seen this movie before?
I have not.
What? Really?
There were parts that seemed familiar to me.
Okay.
So like maybe in passing, somebody was watching. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, is that a Ghostbusters? But I never saw the entire movie all the way through.
But you've seen the first one, though.
Yes, first one for sure.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Maestro, I'm assuming you've seen this one before.
Multiple times on TV. I have it on DVD in a collection. Plus, I even played the board game.
Okay.
The board game.
Yeah, there's a
Yes,
game.
board
for it.
game.
For the second movie.
No, for Ghostbusters in general.
Oh, okay,
Ghostbusters,
okay.
yeah.
But it's really cool.
All right. Wow.
So we're probably gonna spoil the first Ghostbusters. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's
We
fine.
might talk about the. I don't know if you saw the remake, right?
Yeah.
With the women, the female cast.
Yeah, with Thor.
yeah. So we'll probably talk that. We're gonna talk all
Wow,
things
you went
Ghostbusters.
straight to Thor.
I know. I just realized. Yeah, the whole female cast, and I go to one dude.
Yeah.
Is it because that's the only name you remember?
No.
You
There's
should have just said that.
uh,
You should have just said that.
not Megan Mullally. Oh shit.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Kate McKinnon.
That's what I was.
She's the really funny one from SNL.
no Kate McKinnon.
She's the one who invents all the
Yeah,
stuff.
she's the Egon
Who's
person.
Is there somebody that sounds like a Molly? She was Mike and Molly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
You know
her
her
name.
name?
No, she was also in that spy movie.
Yeah, she's in Spy. Melissa McCarthy.
There it is. Yep.
And the black chick from SNL. I don't know her name off the top of my head
No.
because I don't really find her funny. I'm sorry.
No.
We're gonna get a bunch of hate
Yeah.
because
she's black.
I'm insulting.
Oh my God.
a woman of color.
Unbelievable.
A woman of color.
These are Hollywood statements, not my own.
A WOC.
Let's put that on the record.
Believe me, the news Ghostbusters. Believe me, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. You can't make it a Ghostbusters with an all-female cast. It's gonna fail.
Yeah. The only thing it had going for it did not have Rosie O'Donnell. That's all. That Rosie O'Donnell instant fail.
Mm-hmm.
This was it took a second to fail.
Uh-huh. So, I asked this earlier. Why are we watching Ghostbusters 2 on this show? Well, Ghostbusters 2, it doesn't hold up. I'm sure when we saw it as kids, we were like,
Was it good
this
at
is
the time?
great. This is
Okay.
great as a kid. But now as an adult, you're like, this is pretty much just Ghostbusters 1 all over again.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Ghostbusters 1 was great.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 1 was great.
Yeah.
But
This is just Ghostbusters 1
they're
done all over again.
With possession.
No, the thing about this one is,
Baby
the
possession.
thing that varies from the first one is that now they're in on the joke. It's like they're like winking at the camera, basically. The first one was not a legitimate movie. They were trying to make a comedy still, obviously.
Yeah.
But this one was like, hey, remember? We're funny, guys. Remember? That's what it felt like to me.
Well, Little
Like
background.
okay, bankers kind of a thing.
Okay, banker.
Well, a little background before we continue.
Okay.
So Ghostbusters 1 came out in 1984, and it was a big hit.
It's a very good year.
Mm-hmm. It was a big hit. Somewhere, I think 1987 or 1988, the real Ghostbusters cartoon came out. Did you ever watch the Ghostbusters cartoon as a kid?
Yes.
I think you were in your bubble.
Yeah. I don't
The
think
Ghostbusters
so.
cartoon was fucking huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. So the studio was like, hey, we need another one because this cartoon's amazing. And we want your movie to be more like the cartoon. So make it
you know
less
what?
make
That does
it
sound familiar.
make it less adult and more kiddie. So that's why all the ghosts look like monster things, like the Scoleri brothers.
Yeah.
They look like monsters from the cartoon.
Okay.
Instead of like the scary looking monsters from the first one.
Okay.
They all stopped smoking cigarettes.
Oh, yeah. What?
There was no sexual jokes like when Dan Aykroyd got a blowjob from Ghost. Do you remember that for the first one? Yeah. So they had to cut all that out. They had to make it more kid friendly because they wanted to sell toys and shit.
Yeah. We had Slimer's return just for
Slimer is now
merchandise.
part of their crew because in the cartoon he's a part of their crew.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
how does the ghosting when you come back as a ghost? How does it work in this world? Because there's a ghost that's running through Central Park
Yes.
and he's just a guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the Scoleri brothers look like they don't look like real people that ever existed.
Mhm.
And what the fuck was Slimer when he was alive?
Glutton.
What's going on here with the ghost? What's with the ghost?
He's the guy that Kevin Spacey killed by kicking in the stomach. um, maybe there's a bit of a this is real early. How they very soon into it.
Uh-huh.
There's maybe a Bruce Willis thing happening here. The guy that's
I was
running
going to
the
reference Maestro. I was going to reference him because they're Vigo the Carpathian. He was in Die Hard. He was part of Hans Gruber's crew.
oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the blonde guy.
yeah.
The one with the chainsaw, or the one that
No.
the one with detonators?
Not Carl. Not the guy with the detonator.
Mm-mm.
I'd have to show it to you, but
Okay.
he's part of his crew, but he's not in this crew long.
Okay.
Like McClane takes him out early.
Okay. But maybe the guy running in the park doesn't know he's dead. Maybe that's the whole thing.
Is it the blonde guy with the glasses? The ho I got a machine gun? Is it the ho?
Yeah, that's Carl's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one with the detonators.
Yeah, detonators. Yeah, maybe the guy. Yeah, so the guy
doesn't
running the
think
park
he's
doesn't know that he's dead yet. Just
Okay.
like Bruce Willis did in The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
You almost looked ashamed, like, I'm
Got it.
sorry, I'm jumping into this
no. I
reference
was kind of
early.
excited that I got
Okay.
it in, and
Okay.
before it was provoked out of me from Maestro.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I was going to mention that Vigo, the Carpathian, the bad guy in this
Okay.
movie, was part of Hans Gruber's crew.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And, oh no. Walter Peck was the EPA agent in the first movie.
Okay.
Kurt Fuller he's like the mayor's assistant. They're pretty much like the
Oh,
same character.
Okay.
I was about to say, and that guy's in Die Hard too. He's the news reporter, but no,
Oh yeah.
he was in the first Ghostbusters.
Okay.
A lot of people in the 80s were tied to Die Hard. Like Johnson and Johnson were both in Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
One was in Goonies. Like all the movies we grew up watching, they're tied. A lot of actors were tied to.
Yeah. Well,
Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard is just broke ground for everything. Always, ever.
Uh-huh.
It's an amazing movie though.
So, people were complaining about the Ghostbusters from last year, the all-female Ghostbusters. They were complaining about it. Oh, you're ruining my childhood. It's just the same shit all over again. It's a cash grab. That's pretty much what this movie was. They just
Yeah.
took the formula from the
Yes.
first one. And they're like, we're just going to do it again.
This was a cash grab. Yes.
At least the third one had, not the third one, at least the remake
Yeah.
brought up some newish ideas that were different. This is pretty much like beat for beat the same story.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a government official who throws him in jail until the mayor lets him out, like,
Mm-hmm.
because a hole in the sky opens or some bullshit. There's a fucking giant thing that walks through the city.
I think that's the whole reason why they discussed that last time from the first movie. Remember how they put him in or the Slimer or whatever because the first guy that let all the ghosts out and stuff like that, right?
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
Walter Peck fucks up because he turns off the power grid.
Yeah.
So and then like remember how in number 2, it's like all of a sudden it's their fault. They're back in prison again. It's like they were kept under wraps as being fake, and then they had a rendition from that with the female version
Mhm.
where they where the mayor said, "Oh yeah, no, we just have to say that everything's fake so everyone doesn't go crazy and stuff like that." So
Yeah.
you guys we appreciate what you've done, but we can't say that you've done it. That's all. Okay? Okay. You're fake. Move on.
That
We'll have to arrest you and pound your car.
right. Well, that makes sense as far as the remake one goes. But in this movie, they've already been proven by the mayor that they are legit. And now all of a sudden, it's like,
Good transition to how this movie begins. In this world, 5 years have passed since the first Ghostbusters movie.
Yes.
And them rescuing New York, there was a giant marshmallow man.
It's all gone.
It's all fake news. Never happened. Did the mayor of New York come out and say, that it was a, what do they say in Men in Black? It was a ray of light that bounced off a gas cloud or something.
Absolutely.
Did they all get zapped by the Men in Black?
Yeah, the deneuralizer.
What the fuck, dude?
Well, you know how they say half the stuff the government owns, we don't even know they exist yet. They said that we what's it called in Men in Black? We got the compact disc by backwards.
That's right. Reverse engineering.
The alien tech.
Yeah.
But in the Ghostbusters world, there's a scene. So we find out that everyone they're not allowed to be Ghostbusters anymore. They're not allowed. They have a restraining order from practicing ghost busting, pretty much.
Right.
So Egon is running like a science like study where he tests the emotions of people.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd owns an occult bookstore.
Right.
Bill Murray is doing like a
psychics.
What is
talk
it? It's
show.
not cable TV. What is it?
Public access.
He's doing a public access like psychic show.
Yeah.
And then poor Winston gets no love in this movie.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't have a bookstore. He doesn't fucking have. He's not even a scientist. He can't do any of this cool shit.
No.
I think he's stuck with Dan Aykroyd going party to party.
That's
like,
it.
Oh god,
That's all he's
another
got.
fucking party.
That's what he's got. He's got the party agency. he's got the agency where he goes to house
Okay.
to do the dance for all the kids that don't know who they are anymore.
Yeah. So one of those kids tells him, "My dad says you're full of shit."
Yeah.
But was your dad not living in New York 5 fucking years ago when he saw a giant marshmallow man?
Yeah, no, possibly was.
But that's national news. If a giant marshmallow man walks around New York, everyone's covering that story.
Is it?
Yes.
Unless, of course, the government cut off the television.
No, man. Everything's national news these days.
Yeah, but there weren't cell phones back then.
Oh, okay. I guess it was 89. Still. That kind of thing.
It's fake news. Marshmallow man walking around.
Back
it's
then,
fake news.
Back then, what the government could have easily done is just cut the transmissions.
No, but but even so.
It's not a conspiracy. It's just that, isn't it that the mayor's office wouldn't reimburse them for all the damage they did? It's something like that.
So I get the kids losing interest after 5 years because kids' interest is fleeting. But for the dad to be like, nah, that was bullshit. That means the dad, he's got to be from out of town, I guess. Or he's just, doesn't make sense in this movie.
Maybe he's from like Quahog.
But even the judge, he's like, I don't want to hear anything about ghosts and goblins.
Yeah.
This guy must have been in New York 5 fucking years ago to see that.
Unless he slept through the whole thing because he's old, and then when he comes back, and then when he comes back and sees all those people with all the wreckage, he thought it was just some sort of giant.
It did happen at
fiasco.
night, and they do turn in early.
Yeah,
so maybe.
And what's crazy about everyone is, so I don't know if you remember. Do you remember in the first Ghostbuster what Dana's character does for a living? Sigourney Weaver.
No.
She's a musician in the New York orchestra.
Yeah, she had a violin, right?
She has a violin.
Okay.
5 years later, she works in a museum she's now restoring paintings. I feel like you need a lot more time to learn how to do that job.
Well,
and Louis Tolley, Rick Moranis.
Yep.
In the first Ghostbuster, he's an accountant.
Yeah.
And now he's a lawyer. Well, he did say he went to night school.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's an IRS lawyer.
Yeah. So he's in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
I hear you can join some companies with just a bachelor's degree of 4 years. Considering this is 5 years after, it's entirely plausible.
But also, I mean, she's basically just moistening a Q-tip and scrubbing on a piece of paper.
Unless that's what
you don't need a degree for that.
No, unless of course you have a degree for that and just have also been practicing the violin since you were a kid, like maybe 4 or 5 years old, like some people in this room have.
Oh, you play the violin?
No.
Oh, I was about to say I never knew that.
Neither did I.
I love violins.
Really?
Yeah,
I learned how to play it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just can't play it well.
Okay. Well, that's me too then.
When I was a kid, I always wondered who Oscar's father was, the baby that Dana has.
Yeah.
And some people theorize that it's Louis Tully's kid. Because remember, he was the gatekeeper,
Yep.
she was the gate, what the...
Keymaster and the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. And they hooked, remember that scene they hooked up?
Yeah.
But that was 5 years ago, so this kid should have been older. Apparently, she had an ex-husband who disappeared to Europe.
Maybe possessed sperm is slower.
Maybe.
But he was already. Never mind.
So, at the Museum of Modern Art, there's a new guy there.
Wait. Museum of Modern Art, and then they have Vigo the Carpathian there
Yeah.
in the Museum of Modern Art,
Mm-hmm.
where,
Well, it's not modern yet.
Well,
They need to put the Q-tips on it.
No. I mean, like Kevin Pollock's considered modern art, right?
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Pollock is an actor.
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock, my bad. You see how I got that confused? Right?
Yeah.
Peter McNichol plays Janish Poha. Dude, he was fucking great
Yanni?
in this role. Janish.
Did you like that?
I liked him in this.
I didn't.
He was the only guy I think who was really like going for it, who was having fun.
Oh, he was going for it. Yeah.
Why am I covered in goo?
I couldn't do it.
That was so good. I liked it.
I loved him in this role, dude, because
Maybe you could love me?
yes, Bill Murray hated doing this movie, dude. He absolutely hated doing this movie.
Why?
Everyone seemed like they didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
It seems like they were forced by the studio. You got to make another one. And
Yep.
everyone's just like, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a sequel.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But it was that goddamn cartoon. That's what I'm saying. Peter McNichol as Janish, he's fucking going for it, dude.
He's the
going,
one that's happy to be there.
yes, he's
Okay.
the one truly like,
That I'll agree with.
I'm in the role. Here
Yes.
we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is my breakout role, guys.
I'm working with
Hollywood,
Bill
here I come.
I'm working with Bill Murray,
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd, Mr. Aykroyd. How are you? I'm Janish.
I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I could.
That's fine.
Oh, because I know him first from, like, I think Ally McBeal's where I
Yes.
first saw this guy.
Yeah, he's from Ally McBeal.
So I know that he's not this guy.
Yeah.
So seeing him try to be this guy, I was just like,
So
"Aw,
not Alan
sweetheart."
McBeal with the fro?
No, he wasn't. He didn't have the fro in Ally McBeal, but he was also speaking normally.
Yes, I know.
But it just knowing that it came across to me like way overacting.
Mhm.
Like this is super stereotypical. Whatever
Well,
country
yeah.
you're supposed to be
Yeah,
from.
he's supposed to
Disney-
be Eastern European of
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
kind.
But like, if you look at other movies back then, when was the last time you saw someone that was an overreactor for a culture that weren't familiar with?
Right? No,
Perfect Strangers.
Right.
Balky. Balky was pretty much like this character.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure why that one gets a pass, and this one doesn't. I don't know. It just maybe because Balky before this didn't exist. This guy. This is my first viewing of Ghostbusters 2,
Mhm.
so I know this actor already. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
So basically, because you watched Balky first, and then Ghostbusters 2 later, that Balky, because you saw it first, it gets a pass. But because you feel like this one's after that, he's thinking he copied him, and by doing so, didn't do his own work, and that being the case, didn't actually put any effort in it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Little
Exactly.
crock.
Well, I liked him as Janish.
Okay, all right.
He gets possessed by Vigo, whose voice so the actor from Hans Gruber's crew, he was voiced over by someone else.
Okay,
That's not his voice.
I thought so.
That voice belongs to Max von Sydow. Do you know who that is?
No idea.
He's the three-eyed raven in Game of Thrones, the old man.
Oh, okay.
He was the old priest in The Exorcist.
It did. I felt some dubbing happening.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Not as much as The Room.
No.
but-
Oh my
Yes,
God.
But it's,
Oh, hi, Mark.
yeah. But there was some dubbing, and it was Max von Sydow, the three-eyed raven. So he gets possessed, or he gets like
what a crazy story.
what happens? He, like force lightning hits him. What the fuck?
Yeah, lightning comes out of the painting, but it doesn't possess him. It just kind of like gets his attention.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look over here. Ah.
So he gets hit by force lightning, and then Dan Aykroyd just has to stare at him, and he's
Yeah, it's
Hooked?
It's greased lightning.
it's weird.
Get it? Because it's like grease painting or oil painting. Get it?
Yeah. Well, whatever. He tells
Oh,
him. He tells him, "Hey, bro, the New Year's is coming, and I need you to locate a baby so I can possess
so I can
the
have a
body,
new life.
so I can come into the world in the
Right.
New Year."
Yeah, don't worry. I'll give you a couple of beers for the process. It'll be great.
No.
You know, you like cerveza or you like bud, whatever.
And earlier in the movie, I forgot to mention, Dana is pushing little Oscar in his little what is it called?
Baby carriage.
Stroller.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Stroller, yeah.
And the wheel lands on this pink slime,
Right, which nobody else noticed.
which no one noticed, and it's that's what they make chicken nuggets out of, right? This hate slime.
Pig slime?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hate slime?
I thought it was
So McDonald's bought that subway tunnel,
No, are you telling me
and
that?
that's how they
hate-
got.
So basically, chicken nuggets is hate slime, and every time you eat chicken nuggets, you get angry.
Yeah, you hate yourself.
But I
for
thought the
eating it.
slime that McDonald's used was gray, not like.
Oh, I
pink.
thought it was pink.
No. They
Well, that's
it's-
McRib. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
McRib is
McRib
gray.
is gray.
Yeah.
But I believe they put food coloring in to make it look chicken flavored, the color.
Yeah.
And then they put like cereal crumbles around it to make it taste like something you've had in the past, like corn chips or something like that. So it's the hide the fact that it's not real.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I buy that. I buy that.
So the
McDonald's hasn't proven wrong yet.
so the stroller rolls off on its own, and here's what I don't get: this stroller is not. It's not in our world in the sense that if a stroller is just gone,
Yep.
it's making sharp turns. It's still keep on going.
It has eyes apparently.
So people in this world think the Ghostbusters are full of. There's no such thing as ghosts, but nobody questions a fucking stroller making sharp lefts
Yeah.
down First Avenue.
turning on a dime.
It's possible. It's a windy city.
No, it's Chicago.
Nah, man, it's New York.
No, I know it's New York, but like, have you ever been through like really tall buildings? Have you seen the wind just pass through? It's really like it can be really cold.
I don't recall that.
But he couldn't do sharp
I don't
turns.
recall that from when I was in New York. In my time,
I'm not
my
saying
time in New
You
York.
can do this in LA too.
Oh, not enough to push this carriage to make a 90-degree turn.
If it was empty, maybe.
Oh, but there's a baby. There's a baby.
Not that we know of.
So I've always wondered this.
Yes, we know there's a baby in there
How?
because the baby's in there. You see
No,
the baby waving as it's moving.
Yeah, but it could have been fake, like it is.
Oh,
I've always wondered this. Maybe you guys can answer this for me.
okay.
Does Vigo control the slime?
Yes.
No,
Because he's still in his painting is still in archives or whatever.
Yes.
When that first scene happens,
Yes.
where's this slime coming from? If Vigo is his painting is stuck in the warehouse or whatever, like where did the slime come from? Is what I'm saying.
From down.
And does that mean that slime has always existed, even 5 years ago?
I believe it's ectoplasm.
Yeah,
Ectoplasm from
wait a
other
minute.
from other ghosts.
ectoplasm is
That existed
introduced in
in
the
the first
cartoon, and it's also in the cartoon too.
yeah,
God damn it. Okay.
yeah. I don't think he controls the slime. I think the slime is a conduit.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a conduit, but
Mhm.
he can like force his will within a certain distance too.
No, because I mean, all right, the slime that took
Otherwise
over
it
the
would never
stroller.
come up.
This is gonna get real weird, real quick.
Like it hasn't already.
Yeah, the slime that took over the stroller, was that acting out of anger or joy? Because the baby, I feel like the baby is the one that's maybe making that slime do what it does out of the joy of it. So that's why he wasn't trying to kill him. Because we find out later the slime reacts to vibes, basically. It's hippie
Yeah.
slime. Positive vibes, negative vibes, man. It all factors in. So the slime maybe was reacting to the baby's happy-go-lucky attitude because he doesn't know that the world has taxes and Trump yet. so it's just
Well, he's in this world.
yeah.
At this point, he's just a businessman.
Right,
Who
yeah.
Owns,
He's just a
buildings.
realtor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so the slime, what was the slime doing then? If it was not negative slime, why did it not kill the baby?
That's
If it was positive slime, why was it trying to get the baby away from his mother?
Yeah.
So what's the slime's objectives here?
I don't know.
It's a like I said, like you were saying earlier, it's a conduit. It's a means for him to.
Yeah, but who's controlling it?
He's like I said, he's controlling it because if it wasn't for him, the ectoplasm wouldn't be rising up to begin with.
Oh, and I guess he wouldn't want the baby to die because he needs the baby.
Yeah. So
But he's still in storage.
he's still in storage. But if he's still in storage, he couldn't have pose his will on anybody either. Then
Maybe that's why he's out of storage.
and that's why they put the happy goo on Dan Aykroyd, right? Remember the happy goo?
At the end?
Yeah, because basically that hate slime is basically fed off of Vigo's hate, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he is controlling it in some way.
Okay. I guess. I think we have to believe that, right? We have to believe it. Because as it leads to that
Mm-hmm.
eventually. So I guess he had to have been controlling it the entire time. So maybe the carriage was on its way to Vigo
Mm-hmm.
at the Natural History Museum or whatever, modern art.
Maybe. Anyway,
Doesn't matter. What's the first scene we're at? Still?
no. We're moving along.
Okay.
We're moving along. It's just that we're also having a good time doing
All right.
it.
She calls up the Ghostbusters to investigate, and they go to the
By the way, tangent again. I did not realize
So you're taking my job too?
that Egon is the same doctor from As Good as It Gets.
yeah Harold Ramis.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
he got
He got bigger.
real big.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the IMDb and like Harold, hey, that picture of Harold Ramis looks familiar to me.
Uh-huh.
It's the guy from Good as It Gets.
Yep.
The doctor, where HMO stands for what is it? Fucking HMO of bastard pieces of shit. That's what he says. Like, that's I think that's a technical name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gained some weight.
Yeah.
And he died like 2 years ago, something like that. That's why they'll never have another Ghostbusters with these guys.
But they did have the other ones though, right? They had Aykroyd was in it.
So they all showed up in the female version.
What
But
was
they
it?
weren't themselves.
Where was Ramis? I don't remember seeing him.
Everyone except him.
Oh, okay.
Because he was already dead at that point.
I mean, Winston.
He's the black chick's uncle towards the end of the movie.
Okay, I must have missed it.
Yeah.
I probably fell asleep at some point. Not that it was a bad movie. I just fall asleep in movies. That's all.
Oh, we're going to get hate letters now.
Oh, Richard's a black dude. Damn it.
You know who's in that movie? Tywin Lannister
Is he?
and Omar.
And Omar.
Mhm.
What?
They're both in that movie.
All right, I gotta watch it again.
Tywin Lannister is the dean of the university that Kristen Wiig works at, where he denies her funding.
Okay.
He's only in there for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
And then Omar works for the mayor's office. He's like a Secret Service agent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So she hires her old buddies, the Ghostbusters, and we find out that Peter Venkman, Bill Murray, and her things didn't end well after the first movie.
Right.
They don't really go into details what happened. They just stop chatting.
I enjoy that though because that's how movies or life is.
That's how real life is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's never happy ending. Like, oh, they're happily ever after. Like,
Yeah.
no, 3 months later, oh, you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Bill Murray has some pretty good lines in this movie, but he just looks like he doesn't want to fucking be there.
No.
My favorite line, it's down the way, but every time I hear this line, I always laugh.
Okay.
I'll explain what it is.
Okay.
So they figure out that at First Avenue, that where the baby stopped,
Yep.
that's where the slime came up from. So they're going to start digging there. And so Egon, they're playing like improv games right here, right?
Yeah.
Because Egon has to become like a seedy like construction worker.
Yeah.
Because the cops are like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "Oh, my boss told me to drill here." And then
Yeah.
Bill Murray's got to come out like, "Hey, I told you to stop." Blah, blah, blah. This
Yeah.
whole thing.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So they dig a hole and they send Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd down
Aykroyd.
there.
Yep.
Do you know their names, by the way?
Oh.
Do you know their names?
There's Vinkman.
Peter Venkman, that's Bill Murray.
Nope.
Dan
Winston. I got Winston because
is Ernie Hudson.
only because I just saw it a
Okay.
second ago on my IMDb screen.
Ernie Hudson's Winston.
Winston.
Zeddemore.
Ray.
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 Uh-huh. Ray's Dan Aykroyd.
I remember that part when they were shooting the beams.
Egon.
Yeah, that's right.
And Egon, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Dan Aykroyd, they hook him up to
I just said two of those names earlier, by the way, and I already forgot them.
they hook him up to a wire and they wire him down and he sees in this giant tunnel it's a river of slime.
Pink slime.
Pink slime and it's in an abandoned like railway tunnel.
Which is kind
subway
of
tunnel.
interesting because there is a buttload of abandoned subway tunnels under New York and everything.
Yeah, in real life, yeah.
Yeah, that's where Ninja Turtles found their place to live.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Imagine a Seinfeld episode where all the characters are affected by the slime. Oh my god.
Oh. We got Kramer's Michelangelo.
Uh-huh.
Raphael would be...
No. By the pink slime in this movie.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So like George gets like super negative. Like he gets
he
even
becomes
more
his,
negative.
He becomes his father?
Yeah, he becomes Frank.
Hoochie mama! Elaine becomes a Kardashian. Let's see. Kramer becomes Michael Richards.
Uh-huh.
Go on. I want to see where this is going.
And Jerry
becomes...
I don't know. That doesn't matter.
Oh, well, are you talking about what Jerry Seinfeld could be as the
Like
person
how would the slime affect Jerry?
Oh,
You become Richard Lewis.
no. Instead of asking why, he'd give you the answer. He'd be the exact opposite. It's like, I'll tell you why. Oh, did I do that?
Oh, he wouldn't say, "What's the deal with the lamb?"
Yeah.
He would explain,
This is the deal.
"Here's
Yeah.
the deal."
Yeah, the deal with airplane food is this.
So basically, he turns to Clint Eastwood.
Just talking the chairs.
So those cops come back, and they're like, they bring in some guy from like
SoCal Edison, basically.
Yeah, so the California Edison out here,
Or New York Edison.
New York Edison, and they go, "The phone lines are over there."
Yeah.
On the opposite side of the street. So so the fucking pink slime has like arms. It becomes like the Thing
Right.
from the Thing, and it like mutates and tries to pull Dan Aykroyd in.
Yeah.
So they pull him up, and he kicks a pipe, and it cuts off power to the entire city.
Yep.
I didn't realize the entire power line for one city can be based off of one little thing.
Yeah.
If I was an engineer and I was designing the power grid for a city, if one little thing got knocked down, I think the way I would do it, just that one section would go off, not all of Manhattan.
Yeah. No. It has to be deliberate. as we saw in Die Hard, even.
Uh-huh.
It was like, you want to shut the power down to that one building? Well, it's going to take a quarter of the city. You want to do that? Like,
Yeah, they have to shut the entire grid down.
Yeah.
You can't just shut off one building.
Mm-mm.
Right. But this is the entire city. No. This is my girlfriend actually made this complaint during the movie. Like,
She was watching it
is
with
that how that works? I was like, I don't know.
No, there's no way that could
Yeah.
work.
I didn't want to get into it. I didn't want to be like, no, of course it doesn't work that way. Because then I'd be off for like 5 minutes
Yeah.
just ranting. I was like, I don't know, maybe.
There's
maybe.
always
I
a
don't know.
pause button.
So they get arrested and they're facing charges, and the mayor, it's the same mayor from the first movie.
Okay.
He has an assistant who's his name escapes me. He's great. He's great in whatever movies he's in.
He's in a lot of things.
He's in Wayne's World. He's in Kurt Fuller. That's his name.
Kurt
Fuller.
Fuller,
He's in
yep.
a lot of stuff. I love Kurt Fuller. So he hates the Ghostbusters. He tells the DA, make it stick so we don't have to deal with these guys again.
So you should make it so.
So Louis Tully, Rick Moranis. By the way, Rick Moranis,
Anger management.
I think he's my favorite character in this whole movie, guys.
Oh, yeah?
I love him as Louis Tully. He's great in this movie. So he's their lawyer, and he represents him. And there's one great scene where he's talking to the judge, and he goes, "No, these guys are really great. One time I turned to a dog, and they helped me. No more questions, Your Honor."
That's his opening statement.
And Bill Murray's leading, telling him what to say. Well, we're just great guys. Yeah, they're just great guys. They're trying to help people. And they go, "Objection, Your Honor."
Yes.
Leading the witness.
I think it was leading the attorney.
Yeah, leading the attorney. But this judge, dude,
He's got a real hard on
in the
for these
beginning,
guys.
he's like, "I don't want to hear any ghost nonsense." So he wasn't around in New York 5 years ago. So he finally,
He looked like somebody. The judge even. He was he looked kind of like Zed from Men in Black, but it wasn't. He was like Rip Torn ish.
yeah, he's also someone who's been in a lot of stuff. The judge.
Yeah.
So he's gonna rule. He's gonna find them all guilty.
Right.
But he gives this like epic speech where he's like, "I find you all guilty. $25,000 fine. Da da da." And they have as evidence the pink slime there.
Yeah.
On the table. And as he's like, "Shut up!" the pink slime is reacting, it's starting to bubble up and it's starting to pop. And Dan Aykroyd notices it and he goes, "Oh my God." He's like, "Everyone get down." And he's like, "And I sentence you to death!
Yeah.
Hanging! Fire burn your body!" And and there's like this wind coming in the room and the judge doesn't notice it. Nobody notices it. And they all duck down and then boom, the pink slime goes off and these two ghosts come out.
Yeah. By the way, he was in Scarface, Ghostbusters 2, Clear Present Danger. This guy's 130 acting credits. 130.
Character actor.
Yeah, all over the place. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt even.
Multiple
Multiple episodes as Orton Snyder.
But you don't like that show, right?
No.
It's too cartoony?
Can't do it.
Yeah, it's too
Can't do
Seinfeld
it.
for me.
It's it's too farcical. I can't do things that are that farcical.
Yes, you can.
So Kimmy Schmidt wouldn't take place in your world?
Kimmy Schmidt exists, but
But that her surroundings wouldn't exist in your world.
no. She would be I don't know, ostracized, I guess. She wouldn't have found so many like-minded people to just
That's true.
keep enforcing this life to keep continuing.
Okay.
Unless, of course, it's just pure dumb luck.
Oh, it's definitely dumb.
Oh.
So they you find out that these are the Scolari brothers.
Yeah.
And-
That's a real people, right?
I don't know.
That sounds crazy familiar.
No, in my trivia, they're not.
I know?
No. I'll explain who they are in the trivia.
Okay.
So there's chaos now. People are witnessing. Oh my God, ghosts are real.
Yeah.
So the
that thing 5 years ago. I remember now.
so the judge is like, you gotta do something, and Dan Aykroyd's like, you gotta talk to my attorney, and Louis Tully's like, that's me.
Yeah, they have actually a thing where that says they can't.
A conjunction saying that they can't.
Yeah, so by doing this, you're exposing them to possible further litigation.
And you don't want us to expose ourselves,
Right.
So the judge is like, all right, I drop all charges. You're
Yeah.
allowed to fight ghosts.
Yeah.
I like the whole bit about the stance.
Because that's how it
afterwards.
works, by the way.
Yeah.
Just says something, and it's a make it so.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it so.
Right.
Make it so.
Make it so.
So they capture the two brothers.
You say it so much better than me.
They capture the two ghost brothers.
Yep.
And then now they're back to ghost busting. And it's the montage of them capturing ghosts.
Everybody remembers them. They start being hired
yeah.
again.
Oh, these guys.
That's what I do with my ghost. I
That's
call them.
right. Ghosts are real.
Oh, so basically fluoride in the water isn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
So the thing that bothers me about this whole thing is that in this world, ghosts have been existing. People have had ghosts
They
around.
just don't know what to do with
They
it.
don't know. Yeah, they don't know who to call. They don't know who to call anymore. They forgot. Now, oh yeah, that's right. I call them because of the commercial I saw.
Yeah, that's right.
So now they're back in business.
Uh-huh.
So all this time, people have just been dealing with their ghosts and not calling them. And now, boom, phones are ringing off the hook.
Uh-huh.
We got special discount pricing for ghosts.
How do you think people keep on getting houses?
What?
Well, think of it
Because they're
this-
haunted?
Yeah, because they're haunted. People leave. They don't want to talk about it because they want to sell it.
You know what really pisses me off?
Oh, also the ley lines is what you guys were talking about earlier with the pink stuff. That's supposed to increase the amount of like ghost activity, right?
The ley lines? What are you saying?
Yeah. The way basically ley lines are a form of energy that run across certain areas on land.
Okay.
When they cross, it's considered a highly charged area.
Okay.
And that's usually the case why the ooze is what it's doing. It's the same idea. The creating the coarse energy for the ghost to manifest. So basically, because the sludge is going up, the ghosts start existing, at least visually.
Okay.
So that's probably the reason why they don't see it before, but now they do.
Because the slime is being created by negative vibes.
Yes.
That's how it's
It's New York, of course.
self-replicating. Yeah. But the ghosts are coming in because it's being over-concentrated, maybe?
What?
So the ghosts are coming from the ooze because it's over-concentrated?
No, the ghost has been there the whole time. The whole part about it is whether or not they have the energy to manifest.
Yeah, no, the concentration of the negative energy is what makes them manifest.
Energy,
So
energy in general. I mean, emotions are supposed to be one of the major forms of energy, at least within comes
So when the
to-
judge was about to burst the capillary in his brain,
Oh, yeah.
that's what made
Oh,
the
yes.
Scolari Brothers come out.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you notice like that was a boom right at the peak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what really pisses me off about the movie?
Yep. I mean, no, go.
Okay, so during the montage, there's a commercial. You get the Ghostbuster coffee mug and the balloon.
Yep. Free for kids.
Why is their symbol the ghost doing this?
Oh.
2? Are they in a movie?
That's what.
Why the fuck?
That's what I was saying earlier about.
Oh.
They're in on the joke now. They
Because-
know that they're in the movie.
Because the 2 also stands for the sign of V, which also means victory, as in the fact that they're back.
Also, the what's this guy's name? Vitalieri?
Consigliere?
Vink? Oh wait, who's the main bad guy?
Vigo?
Vigo. So Ghostbusters Vigo. They knew beforehand that Vigo's gonna be the bad guy.
No, it's because they're back. That's why they have the victory. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Or better yet, it's the reason why they do that is because it's a giant FU. Because
Oh no! It's part of the marketing.
What?
It's 2 ghosts for the price of 1.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it worked on so many multiple levels. You look in the mirror, the ghost isn't doing this, is doing this, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
which is
FU.
right in certain countries.
Yes, actually, in most countries.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just not here.
Yeah.
So
So this is like, peace out, guys.
Yeah.
So they start testing the slime, and they figure out that it's responding to the negative emotions and attitudes of New Yorkers.
Coincidentally, exactly what Egon has been studying for the past 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Good thing he's been studying that.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Considering he's been doing that for years to begin with.
And we have the toaster scene where they put this thing in the toaster. So if you play like something positive, good vibes, it reacts positively.
Right.
And negative vibes, it starts bubbling up.
Yeah. So if this were to infect the Star-Lord's cassette tape thing in positive energy and across the entire universe.
Yeah.
It's basically
in theory, yeah.
His music is basically all good vibes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's so lucky?
Is that what the mask is?
No, that's the breathing apparatus.
Okay. Just the ooze.
So Dana is giving Oscar a bath, and then the ooze comes out and tries to eat the baby.
Yep.
Dana, not
yeah.
Data.
No, I said Dana.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they go to Peter Venkman's apartment, and they start, their old flames start flickering up again
With the baby Oscar in the background.
with baby Oscar, and they're going to investigate the tunnels. The Winston, Egon, and Ray. I'm trying to call them by their names. In the movie. So they're down there, and this doesn't. So this movie is supposed to be it's a comedy. Look at these dumb little ghosts. This scene where there's like heads on spikes. That doesn't fit the whole ghosty vibe of the movie.
No.
That's like completely out of place. That's like something in a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe they're still trying to but it is still a scary movie.
No.
Now
with Bobby Brown every fucking 30 seconds, his song.
Well, because Ghostbusters 1 is supposed to be a horror comedy, right?
Yes.
So maybe they're just trying to too much comedy, guys. Maybe a little bit of horror.
Well, yeah, I mean, you remember Evil Dead, right?
Yeah.
Number 2, not number 1. Number 1 is actually meant to be horror. The other one was a comedy horror, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was relatively scary, but it was ridiculous horror too, and it was funny.
Yeah.
And so maybe they forgot about the horror in this movie. They're like, we got to put some in.
Yeah.
Or they used that horror to shift a point in the movie to show that they had to be serious later on.
Okay.
So they find the River of Slime, which I don't know why they just go back to First Avenue.
Right, the same place it was. There's already a hole in the goddamn floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they could do it again somewhere else and not get caught.
So they go down there. So they're going to measure how deep it goes, and so Winston sends what is this? It's like measuring tape or something into the slime, and it measures like 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. So if something's going as a current, how does that measure depth if it's pulling?
It's not supposed to measure current. That's the problem, because there was such a pull. I mean, if you put it in if it was a slow moving like water, the weight of the tape would have gone to the ground.
Oh, okay. So because this is thick and it's pulling it.
Yeah, and it's causing, and the motion's actually solidifying, actually pulling it, and making it faster.
But you wouldn't get an accurate reading because it's so thick.
Unless there's a ghost pulling it through.
Because as it's going down, it would start getting pushed to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think you're getting deeper, you're just going the same distance, but going at an angle now.
Yeah, but you can also judge by the difference based upon trigonometry. You can figure out exactly if you take it from the side, when it goes all the way around the circle and it pops up the other side, you can actually make the difference.
I feel like there wasn't enough time to make those calculations.
No, it's not that hard. You can do that in a matter of minutes.
Maybe Egon can.
Yeah.
I mean, I took the class. I mean, you can do it. I can pull you I can pull it up right now if you like.
All right, I'm gonna get some slime out of my room, and we'll figure this out.
Okay.
Oh, you have chicken nuggets?
Pi squared.
Yep.
So,
no, pi, 2 pi. Sorry, 2 pi.
Winston gets sucked in. So Egon and Ray go after him, and they wind up at the end. So the river slime ends in front of the museum, and they get out, and they're covered in the slime, and they want to kill each other. Like, you big idiot! Shut up! And then Egon's like, take off your clothes. So they're in their long johns, and they realize they just swam in pure negative energy.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
So they're like, we got to find Venkman. We got to let him know. So,
or that famous song, Your Love's Breaking.
Oh, by the way, Venkman is on a date at this point.
yeah, with Dana.
Yeah.
In a fancy restaurant.
And they got a babysitter, which is the old secretary.
Which is Annie Potts. I forgot her name in the movie, and Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And he's great. The way she's so coming on to him, and he's like, you want to play Mario Brothers? Or I love when he's watching the kid, he goes, and then Snow White met with the dwarves, and they had an interesting thing where they paid off exchange of services, which wasn't that bad given the rates at the time of the Magic Kingdom.
He's great.
Yeah. So they go in the restaurant. Here's my favorite. I told you the joke always makes me laugh.
Oh, okay.
To this day. So the three guys walk into the restaurant and they're covered in like slime and they're in their long johns and they interrupt the date and the concierge is like, "Get out of here, sir! Get out of here!" And then Bill Murray interrupts them and goes, "Guys, you're scaring the straights, okay?"
I think I missed that line. Damn it.
It's a great line. It still makes me laugh to this day.
The straights.
He's like, "Can we do this later?" So they call the cops, and they all get arrested, and they go to the mayor's office. Okay, here we go. So they go to meet the mayor.
Oh, yes.
And who's the doorman who opens the door for him? Who says, "Ghostbusters, can I get a proton pack for my kid?"
Oh, no. I don't recognize him.
It's Bobby Brown.
Oh, is it?
Who does the song,
Okay.
"Well, I guess we're gonna." So when I was a kid, I used to think, I love this song.
All
It's
right.
probably my favorite Bobby Brown song.
Yeah,
Stupid Ghostbusters song.
I like Bobby Brown music.
Yeah, I
And
like
then-
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, every time I sing this song, I imagine myself as like a Muppet. You know, it's like la, 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 you know, stuff like that.
So when I was a kid, I used to think Argyle, the limo driver from Die Hard, I used to think he was Bobby Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I've said this in the Die Hard episode.
Okay.
I used to think he was Bobby Brown.
I don't think I know what he looks like, actually.
Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of looks like Argyle. They had
Okay.
the same kind of haircut and kind of vibe. Not really. I was probably just like a stupid kid.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, I used to think Argyle, the limo driver, was Bobby Brown. So when I saw Ghostbusters 2 as a kid, I'm like, oh shit, that's Argyle.
Yeah, Mayor's Doorman as Bobby Beresford Brown.
That must be his middle name. Anyway, so I thought, oh shit, that's Argyle from Die Hard. But that's actually Bobby Brown. And Bobby Brown was never in Die Hard.
No.
I was
he's
just a
not.
dumb kid. Like, that's Argyle.
Ah, look at that. He was in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Ghostbusters 2, Sex Drive.
What?
Are you looking at the
Sex Drive?
sound? Are you? That's all soundtrack credits.
Oh.
There's a Ghostbusters 2 called Sex Drive.
20 credits as an actor.
I'm guessing small parts like in Ghostbusters 2.
Whitney Houston tried on. Oh.
What? Go on.
Mm.
What?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
So they go to the Ghostbuster and they tell the mayor, "Hey, Mr. Mayor, remember 5 years ago when all these ghosts? It was a ghost apocalypse.
Yeah.
Well, it's happening again." And the mayor's just like, "Nope, don't believe you."
I forgot everything. And then the mayor's assistant's being an asshole too. Just like, no, it doesn't work.
Mhm. And they pretty much want the mayor to say, "You need to get on the on TV and tell all the New Yorkers to be nice to each other."
Yeah.
And he says, being a jerk and trashing people is every New Yorker's God-given right."
Yeah.
Love that line.
So now the Ghostbusters are trying to use their play, like, all right, well, maybe we'll just go to the Post and to the New York Times, and so this is the Time,
Yeah.
whatever. And then the douchebag assistant, like, why don't you talk to our people downtown first? Which obviously was a trap.
Uh-huh.
But there's
This happened in the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go talk to people downtown. Straight jackets, now they're being locked up.
In a mental hospital. Well, in
Yep.
the first one, they go to jail.
Yeah.
And Carl Winslow lets him out,
Yeah, man.
who was also in Die Hard.
That
See,
was,
they're all connected to Die Hard.
was that Ray?
It's like
I think his name was Ray in Die Hard.
was it like 5 degrees of
Roy.
like-
Roy. Damn it.
No, Roy is Bruce Willis's name.
Yes.
Al.
yeah,
He's Al in Die Hard.
yeah. Isn't he also Al in Family Matters?
No, he's Carl Winslow.
Carl, that's right. Wait, isn't he Carl?
Carl is the terrorist.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
The main terrorist.
Oh.
Shoot the glass. That guy.
Shoot the glass.
The one that was basically that's very helpful, but in the first movie.
So Dana goes back to the apartment, and the baby's asleep. And this is so stupid. As much as I love him, somehow Yanish becomes a ghost nanny. He becomes like an old lady ghost.
How does the baby get on the goddamn ledge in the first place?
And how?
The baby was in the bed and then gets up out the window, walks across the ledge to a further part of the ledge, and then gets kidnapped by Yanni.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you remember how they stared at, was it Dan Aykroyd stared at the painting and started doing weird things?
Yeah, that's whatever. It doesn't make
Possession.
sense. Yeah, fine. But you possess the ghost?
No, the ghost possessed the strings to hold the baby up and pull them over.
Okay.
No one possesses a baby.
All right.
Even if it is, what is his name?
It doesn't matter.
Whatever his face, Vigo. Doesn't last long, at least.
Yeah, so Yanish has the baby. So she's like, I'm going to the museum. Tell the guys.
I love them.
And they're locked up at the mental hospital. And I love this. I'm going to say it again. A 3,000-year-old Carpathian monarch.
This is fun.
Is
As I was talking to the psychiatrist guy.
who's Bill Murray's older brother in real life.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Brian Doyle Murphy.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. He's in all Bill Murray's movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yes, and then the bathroom tried to eat the kid, and the slime controlled the stroller, and all these things. And it sounds crazy. And we made a toaster dance.
Mm-hmm. And then the doctor asked Bill Murray, and what do you think about this? And Bill Murray goes, I don't know. All these people are absolutely insane.
Yeah. So now the gatekeeper now knows to go to the
Dana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the main museum of modern art thing, because that's where the baby's gonna go, because Yanni's crazy.
Works there.
Yeah.
And now now that the Ghostbusters are locked up, all the ghosts are out. Oh no, who do we call?
Yeah.
The number doesn't work.
Right.
Or
there's
does
nobody
it?
there because the receptionist is babysitting, so nobody can get through.
So it's like a ghost apocalypse, and then the mayor comes in, and he's like, what the hell's going on? I'm not going to be the only mayor who sent New York to the 10th level of hell.
Yeah.
He's like, get me the goddamn Ghostbusters, and he goes, about that.
Yeah.
I had him committed.
Yeah, I was protecting you because of re-election.
Don't you remember from the first movie?
Yeah.
We had to do this it's in the script. It says I have to send him away.
Yeah.
And then he tells him, I love this, what the mayor says. He goes, last night I was up for 2 hours talking to Theodore LaGuardia. He's been dead for over 40 years.
Yeah.
Give me the goddamn Ghostbusters. So
That's what it took.
yeah.
All right.
And LaGuardia was he was a former mayor of New York.
That's the airport, yes?
Yeah, the airport. It's named after that guy.
Yeah.
Theodore LaGuardia. I just like the way the mayor delivers the line.
Yeah.
He's been dead for over 40 years. Call the Ghostbusters.
Yep. So now they come back with new outfits, by the way.
Uh-huh.
They
Are they?
They got rid of the khaki, and now it's
Gray.
Yeah, it's dark. It's a darker color, which is fine.
And there's a slime hard shell around the museum.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there when Dana went in.
No.
No.
Now that she's in there, it
Right.
covers it. So the Ghostbusters show up and they hit
Nothing.
nothing. They can't break it.
Then
So-
they need a symbol.
Something pure.
Something.
All New Yorkers can get behind, basically.
And they look down, and on their license plate, they see the Statue of Liberty. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the Titanic joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When all the cops are like, you got to take this call from the Port Authority. Why? He just said the Titanic arrived.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what the Titanic was. So
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Okay.
okay, sure.
Sure, that makes sense. What?
Yeah. So the ship it hits dock, and all the ghosts are getting off.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right.
And they look like normal people.
Yep.
They're not like the brothers.
They don't know they're
big
dead
monster
either.
looking.
They're the same guy running around the parking lot or the park. Yeah.
They don't know they're dead?
Doesn't know he's dead. Yeah.
They're like, boy, it took us a long time to get to New York.
Yeah. What's all these fashion senses? These kids are getting crazy with these clothes.
Well, they're still on the dock, so they technically haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
So the Ghostbusters.
Oh, the dogs probably look the same.
Yeah. So the Ghostbusters go to the Statue of Liberty, and Ray and Egon created positively charged slime.
Which is this the same slime they've been sweet talking and
Yes.
sleeping with?
Yes.
Oh no! They've been sleep talking and sleeping with as a test, but
Right.
it's the same stuff that they're using. Basically, when they positively charge with good things, it has a different effect.
So,
So
is
it's
it just the music that they're using to positively charge the goo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So they're gonna spray. They're gonna spray the whole inside of the
Cotton
Statue of
candy
Liberty
slime.
with
Yeah.
their positive slime,
Yeah.
and they hook it up to a Game Boy, to a fucking Nintendo keyboard. How? Who knows?
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. They're
Looks
like,
cool.
they're like, we're 30 minutes in
I was about to
left.
say, yeah, I was about to say we're almost
Let's
done with the
just keep
movie.
going.
Let's just come on. So they're controlling. Before the ooze was controlling the toaster.
Uh-huh.
Now they're controlling the ooze with the Game Boy.
With the Nintendo.
With Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they play the song. How does it go?
Your
Your
love
love. Yeah, that's right.
lifted me higher.
So the Statue of Liberty starts walking, and it crosses the ocean and it gets into Manhattan and starts walking around.
Yep.
The Statue of Liberty doesn't have joints to walk.
Nope.
And in fact, this thing should be so heavy, it should be creating craters everywhere it's going.
Yes.
The damage alone. No wonder the fucking mayor, after the first movie, was like, nope, this was all fake.
Yep.
Look how much damage they're doing.
Yeah, at least the Marshmallow Puff Man is light and fluffy.
Yeah.
Will not be creating craters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this thing,
Mm-hmm.
oof.
It has limbs. It has articulate limbs where it can walk. No, the statue doesn't work that way.
That's not how statues work. No.
That's not how it works.
No. They don't make exoskeletons for statues.
What?
So everybody in New York's cheering because it's the Statue of Liberty. So,
Yep, because that wouldn't freak them out.
dude, if I saw that, I'd fucking run.
Yes. Oh my god! I thought that was gonna go that direction. Like, yeah, positive vibes. Wait, I can't wait till they see this. And then next cut to, oh my god!
Yeah.
Just panic faces running away from it. No, they're just like, oh yay.
So they go outside of the statue of the museum, and because of all the positive vibes from them cheering, it opens up on the roof. The little sun, what is that called?
The dome.
The dome thing,
Yeah.
the sun dome. The ooze opens up, and she uses her torch to smash it.
Yep.
So they climb in.
Yeah, they rappel down.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And Giannis is there, and he goes, "It is Vigo!" And he disappeared. So they hit him with the positive slime.
Yep.
And Vigo's now out of the painting, walking around.
He's out of the picture.
But in the film.
How?
How indeed?
How? Shouldn't he have done this from the get-go?
If he had that power,
Why wasn't he doing it?
Maybe if you had to.
He hasn't.
you guys don't goddamn baby.
He hasn't merged with the baby yet.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's not New Year's. Which, by the way, this is where it all comes together.
Yeah, that's why we're watching this movie.
It wasn't until the New Year's day, the moment it became New Year's, did he have the power to take over the baby.
Uh-huh.
Take over the baby.
And that's why we're in this movie.
Yes. So they try to hit Vigo with their
Ooze.
no, the plasma. What are they called?
The
Photon lasers.
yeah.
You're close. Not photon.
Jesus.
Strings.
What is it called? Photon packs.
Proton packs.
Proton
yeah.
packs.
Because there's protons, neutrons, electrons.
But
Protons,
he like
electrons.
absorbs it and shoots it back at him, so
Yeah.
they're all like frozen.
Yeah, they get all paralyzed from the neck down.
I love
how like this, like
I love how Bill Murray tries to distract him. He goes, "Hey, I've met some dumb blondes in my day, but you decide to come back to New York now?
Yeah.
You could have been living the sweet life in Southern California's beautiful San Fernando Valley." And when I was a kid, that's where I grew up.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh my god!"
See, to me, I thought this was going to be a play at activating the slime of some kind by being so negative that was going to activate something.
Yeah.
But he was just being a dick.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be he was just buying time. I don't know what was the point of that.
Yeah, he was trying to like build time to they can move again, and then he opens his mouth and he hits them with more force lightning bullshit, and they're paralyzed.
Yeah. Like,
So he grabs
that hurt even more the first time.
So he grabs the baby and he's like, we will become one. And then you hear what's the New Year's song?
Boys
To
to Men,
all
to
the
become
May all
boys.
Smith be
forgot.
forgot. All in Zines.
Yeah.
it's working. I can move again.
Yeah, so he's like, "Rah!" He's freaking out because
He becomes a tiger.
there's so much there's so much positive energy outside that's coming in. So the Ghostbusters can move. They grab the baby and they hit him with the slime and the proton packs, and
Yeah.
he's back in the painting. But then he makes eye contact with Ray,
Right.
and then Ray.
Which then quickly becomes the character from Nothing But Trouble.
mixed with Lord of the Rings.
He was probably at his desk like, remember when I became Vigo?
Yeah.
That's what my guy's gonna look like.
What was the year for that? Was it this
91.
This came. Okay, so this came first.
This came first.
So this inspired that character.
I think so.
Banker.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they hit him with the positive slime. They hit him with the proton packs, and then the painting blows up. Vigo disappears.
Yep.
And then my boy Giannis wakes up and he's like, "Why am I dripping in goo?"
Yeah.
And then Ray wakes up and he's like, "Hey man, I love you. I love you too." And then the painting is now like some Renaissance era painting
What is that?
of them as like saints or something.
Yeah.
And the baby Oscar's in the middle.
They're wearing togas.
Yeah.
Wearing togas.
Weird.
And then they walk out and everybody, oh my God, the Ghostbusters, they're our heroes again.
We remember you again. Yeah.
For another two
For
more
another
weeks.
2 minutes, and then we're going to forget everything happened.
Yep.
And then, oh no, who are we going to call?
Yeah. What's that bright light in the sky? Huh? What? Where am I?
And then kick in Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Is it Bobby Brown? Really?
Well, they do the first theme song, and then as you watch the credits, it goes into the Bobby Brown song.
Because I know the one I liked the most was Jackie Wilson.
All right.
Oh, that's the Keeping Me Higher.
Yeah.
But they play the Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
That's it.
And then that's Ghostbusters 2.
We made it.
We made it.
Did we? I feel like we're getting close to like dying here.
Not as good as the first one.
It shouldn't have happened. And
They were forced to make this movie.
I was fine not having watched it.
Yeah.
Turns out now I can say I've
Was this
I've watched
just? It was a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it had to happen because of the greed and corporate America, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't need to. We were fine without it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I liked it.
You did?
Well, I have the DVD, don't I?
Okay, I guess that's true.
I used to like it as a kid,
See?
but as I got older and watched it more, I'm like, this is just the first one, and the first one did it better.
Yep,
I just liked it because I got to see them do it again.
it's fine.
That's what I mean. Like, think of it this way. I mean, like, you remember when you're a kid, you like to watch the first one. You're like, oh, cool. That was wish they could do something else, but something just as cool, right? Oh, they're doing it again, just a little bit different.
Yeah,
All right,
but
cool.
even with Aladdin, I got to a point where like, all right, no more guys.
What do you mean, Aladdin?
Oh, because they made the third. Was there ever a fourth one? I think there was a fourth one.
Was it? First was Aladdin, then was the,
Return of Jafar,
and then the third one was,
Prince of Thieves.
and the fourth one was
I don't know. I feel like
the TV series.
yeah, but the TV series I enjoyed.
So then you didn't.
I think that came before the Prince of Thieves. Because
You were allowed to watch Aladdin?
oh yeah,
seriously,
that's
But that's
Genie's
magic.
Nah, but it's also Robin Williams.
Okay.
What do you mean, Robin? What do you mean?
But it's Disney though.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
it's
What-
Disney magic, which
Okay.
isn't real magic. I mean,
oh
be real, guys.
my goodness!
it's not Jumanji magic.
Yeah. Well, that was our opinion of the movie, but like I said at the top of the show, we have lots of them, but we have 0 credentials. Now we're going to hear from people who actually have credentials, the critics. Do you guys want to hear good reviews or bad reviews?
Start with the good.
Okay. Variety says kids will find the oozing slime and ghastly ghostly apparitions to their liking, and adults will enjoy the preposterously clever dialogue.
Oh, preposterously clever. Wow, that's a preposterous statement.
Vincent Canby of the New York Times says, even the special effects are more to the point of the comedy than they were in the first film. For some reason, this appears to leave more room for the sort of random funny business that Mr. Murray and his friends do best.
Yeah,
And finally, Hal
they had
Hinson.
no storyline.
Yeah. Finally, Hal Hinson of the Washington Post says, hammered together out of the junkiest of elements, the movie rattles along with a pleasing rambunctiousness, tossing off its quips and one-liners and scoring on a remarkably high percentage of them.
So they scored then.
Too kind.
Now the bad reviews. Kathleen Carroll of the New York Daily News says, the sequel is, on the whole, a fairly mechanical spook show, filled with grinning ghosts that are definitely ghoulish but hardly menacing.
That was the Disney bit. Grinning Ghosts. That's part of the song from the Haunted Mansion. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Jonathan Rosenbaum of the Chicago Reader says, there's very little energy in the follow-through, and this time Bill Murray's listlessness seems more anemic than comic.
Yeesh.
Now-
Now, a lot of alliteration.
Now it's time for Rotten Tomatoes.
See what I did there?
This is the part of the show where make the guys guess the score of the movie based on its Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay.
For those of you unfamiliar with the scoring system, it's an average score from 0 to 100 amongst critics and the audience. 0 to 59 is rotten, 60 to 84 is fresh, and 85 and up is certified fresh. What would you guys like to guess first? The critics or the audience?
Let's see. Pick one. Pick one. Hey, one of them. Let's do the. What do you think? Let's do the audience first.
Okay.
Not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it. But this is what's confusing. If this was the last Ghostbusters that we saw, how was there a sequel, or how did they remake it? Because if this, well, I guess we'll find out with the scores. It's rotten. It's definitely rotten.
Okay.
But I think a nostalgia is going to kick into it. The fact that Bill Murray's in it is going to help. Dan Aykroyd, I think maybe people still like him at this point.
I like Dan Aykroyd in this movie more than pretty much other ones.
Yeah, definitely more than Big Trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 33.
33. I'm going to give it a 57.
It's 61%. It's barely fresh.
So close.
That's not good. That's all nostalgia. That's all.
You can say that, but you don't really know that.
And now the tomato meter, the critics.
Critics, they got to be lower because they're not having nostalgia. Well, they still do sometimes.
They do.
All right. I got to raise it up then. I'll go 57.
Okay.
52.
Okay.
40.
53%. So it is rotten in their eyes.
All right. Good.
Paul Giamatti was in this. He's been in a lot of the movies we've done. And since we all love him, decided to ask what role would Giamatti have had in this movie. I think I know your answer.
Okay.
Janish?
No.
Mayor.
No, Mayor's Assistant.
Oh, Kurt Fuller?
Yeah.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't. You know what? Yeah, let's do Janish. I'll take Janish out.
Okay. Me, it'd be the mayor's assistant,
Okay.
Kurt Fuller.
I think he'd do if he was being as overactory as Janish was, it'd be more enjoyable at least.
Yeah.
With Giamatti.
Okay. Now it's time for trivia. This is part of the show where I give out little bits of facts or info you may not know about the movie. While the role of Vigo was played by William von Homburg, all his lines were dubbed by Max von Sydow, the three-eyed raven.
Right.
Willem was unaware that he would be dubbed over and left the premiere in anger when he found out.
Oh.
So they never told him.
Wow, not till the premiere?
Yeah.
That's rude. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Because of the wild popularity of the real Ghostbusters animated series among children, Ivan Reitman, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis made a conscious effort to tone down the adult innuendo and behaviors from the previous Ghostbusters film.
Really?
Between the two films, all the Ghostbusters gave up smoking, except for a few scenes where Ray is seen with a cigar either in his hand or in his mouth, and the ghosts took on appearances closer to those in the animated series rather than the more frightening effects of the first film.
Yep.
And finally, the Scoleri brothers are actually a parody of the Blues Brothers,
Oh, that
which
makes
Dan
sense.
Aykroyd and John Belushi starred in. So
All right.
one's fat and one is skinny.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Finally,
Aykroyd was a skinny one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was the tall, skinny one, and
Yeah,
John
Belushi was
John
the short
Belushi
one.
was the short, fat one.
Yeah. This is Aykroyd to me. He's never been a skinny guy,
He was,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in those days, yeah.
Finally, money makes the world go round. Want to put this film into perspective with other films that were released this year so we can get a feel financially how well this film held up to its peers. The budget for Ghostbusters 2, $45 million. How high did it go? It's a sequel to a big hit. $45 million.
I'm assuming this came out around New Year's.
No.
No?
It was a summer movie.
Well, that doesn't make sense at all. So this was a summer movie, so that they had high hopes for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those ratings weren't
worldwide gross.
too bad. All right. You said 45?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 111.
Okay.
111.
For you, Maestro.
150.
In the U.S., this grossed $112.4 million. Overseas, it grossed $102.9 million, bringing
That
its
was
total gross to $215.3 million.
All right. That's
a
why there's a third.
success.
That's why they made the third one then. Still profitable.
This film debuted in first place on the weekend of June 16th, 1989, with $29.4 million.
Of course.
Want to know what number 2 was that week?
Sure.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh.
Only the penitent man will pass.
All right.
I should have gave it to the Marx brothers. You were named after the dog? According to Box Office Mojo, this is the 21st highest grossing film in the category comedy sequel. 21st. Number 1,
What is it? What was the category?
comedy sequel.
Just comedy sequel.
Any comedy sequel.
Really?
This is
Wow.
the 21st highest grossing one.
That's.
It's the.
I mean, that's so many.
Well, you don't have to guess this.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just trying to think.
Number 1 is Meet the Fockers.
Oh.
Adam
That was
Hayes.
that was really
Adam
hurt
hates
for you.
Ben Stiller. Does it hurt?
It hurts. it's the worst of De Niro. First of all, How low can you go?
Well,
You can go straight to the Fockers.
or straight to number one.
Did you like his comedy chops in the Analyze movies?
Yes. That's what's more upsetting about it. I know he can do comedy. I mean, he wasn't bad in the Fockers. It was for what he had to do, he was fine.
Mhm.
But the fact that the movie existed at all is upsetting.
So you're saying that his part in the movie was fine.
For what he had to work with, he didn't do bad.
So you're telling me you watched it?
Yes, I watched it
Interesting.
because of De Niro.
Sure.
Number 2 is The Hangover 2, and number 3 on the list is Rush Hour 2.
Okay.
Finally,
Hangover 2? That was bad.
Hangover 2.
That was the same formula
As this one.
as this movie.
We're just gonna copy.
Exact same movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Except for there's gonna be a tattoo.
And finally, Ghostbusters 2 was the 7th highest grossing film of 1989. Here are your top 6 of this year. Check this list out. So
right.
Ghostbusters 2 was number 7. Number 1, Batman. The Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton
Ooh.
Batman.
okay.
Number 2, Only the Penitent Man Will Pass.
Indiana Jones,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Number 3, Diplomatic Immunity
Has
revoked.
All right.
Lethal Weapon
Lethal
2.
Weapon, man.
Number 4, not a Die Hard movie, a Bruce Willis movie,
What year was this?
1989. I don't think you're gonna guess it.
Color of the Night?
No.
Oh, shit.
Look Who's Talking.
Ah. The one
Okay.
with Travolta?
Travolta in the alley,
because he's the
man.
voice of the baby.
Yeah, he is.
Number 5, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Ah.
Rick Moranis again.
Great movie.
And number 6, Back to the Future 2, with our future president Donald Trump.
That's right.
Biff.
Biff Tannen?
When Biff became the millionaire.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like Trump as president.
That
Pretty
was-
much.
Yeah.
Same
Even the
haircut,
same
too.
look. Yeah. It's so weird.
Uh-huh.
I
Dude,
wonder.
That's a heavy 6 right there.
Yeah. That's good.
Mhm.
Although I was trying to describe Honey, I Shrunk the Kids because my girlfriend hasn't seen it yet.
No?
I hope it holds up.
Oh, you haven't seen it in a while?
I haven't seen it in a while.
It was on TV the other day. I was watching it. I watched like 15, 20 minutes of it. It's good.
Okay.
It's just, it's dated the effects.
I mean,
Right,
But everything else is
The
fine.
giant ants, I'm sure,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
look
yeah.
very.
they're animatronic.
convincing.
They're not 3D. So
Yeah,
Everything
no,
else
they're
is
they're
fine.
practical, right? The ants were practical.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a combination of practical and
Yeah.
CGI.
I remember being really impressed by the grass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a weird thing to focus on, but I remember like that's really realistic.
I like the water drops on
Yeah.
the grass.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Where can you watch all these movies I just read?
Well, you want to watch all the good movies? You can watch them on Amazon, Amazon Prime. Maybe it's free, maybe it's not. If you got to pay for it though, go to our website first. Click on the banner. Takes you to Amazon. Do your shopping as normal. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the show.
Yeah.
Get a little kickback, man.
That's 1989's Ghostbusters 2, directed by Ivan Reitman. Check out our website, ratpackpodcast.com/spoilers. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Spoiler Show. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rat Pack Productions. Write to us via email at spoilers@ratpackpodcast.com for any questions, opinions, and movie requests. Please rate and review the show on iTunes so it can help us in the rankings. If you leave us a review on iTunes and leave us a recommendation for a movie you want us to watch, that movie will go to the top of our list and we'll watch it before any other requests.
Yeah.
Next week, I don't know why we're watching this one. We're watching 2005's The Producers, the remake with Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
Was that a guest or a person that chose this for us?
Yes, this was a.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sea salt.
Oh.
I don't remember why we decided to go to the list. But
Oh, because we didn't know what to watch.
that's probably
There was nothing was set up, so we were going by the list of whoever it made.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie, I think, isn't it?
You'll find out next week.
Yeah. Let's get to it next week.
So, for those listening at home, we're watching 2005's The Producers with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick, not 1978's The Producers with Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder,
Yeah.
right?
This one has Uma Thurman in it.
Yes.
Yes.
So, don't watch the first one.
Right.
Unless you want to, then
By the way, I got both.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Thinking if I like it, I'll go back and watch the original.
Did you delete the
I-
original?
No, because I do like Gene Wilder.
Okay.
So maybe one day I'll get to it.
Okay.
But I was not compelled
Okay.
really.
to watch the first one.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
There's- No, go on.
we'll hear our opinions next week about The Producers.
Yeah. Thank you to Sea Salt for recommending
Uh-huh.
and putting that on the list.
I enjoyed it.
And until next time, this is Hollywood.
I'm Maestro.
I'm Adam.
So that was Ghostbusters 2.
That's the end of the podcast
Did
part.
we have any live comments or anything?
Yes.
anything
we
you
had,
want to say at the
we
end?
had a guest, the audience 54, critic 63.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. Pretty.
Who said that?
Pretty good. That's Annie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Thank you. And yeah, we had some people checking in and out.
In and out.
Thanks for thanks for watching. Thanks for
watching.
tuning in. Appreciate it.
For Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters.
We're gonna be
2.
we don't know what will be next time for the next Facebook Live.
Oh, we do not. We should figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We should probably figure it out.
We'll watch The Producers with Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
I like that. Nathan Lane's funny.
Yeah. I do enjoy Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Mousetrap? Mouse
Yeah,
Hunt?
I did. He's
Yes.
a bad guy.
It's been a long time. I don't remember much about it.
He's great in that movie.
He's even better in Birdcage.
Oh yeah, that's his best role.
Oh, yeah.
by far. But
Yeah. Followed closely, I think, by Timon. Or The Lion King.
oh yeah, dude,
Mhm.
he must be like secretly got
Awesome.
some money, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Lion King. He was on Broadway with The Producers for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
He's been in Modern Family a handful of times.
That's right.
He's
Was this like Champagne? He's got a crazy name.
what's his name?
No, not Sparkle. That's a clown. It's something like Champagne. Something like crazy, like super flamboyant.
Pepper
Pepper. Damn it.
Pepper Saltzman.
That's funnier. That's
Yeah.
funnier.
There we go. I feel better
Yeah.
about my Champagne guess. All right.
And then he was in the OJ show.
We
Oh,
saw
is that right?
Jason.
Yeah, the OJ show. Cuba
That's
Gooding
Cuba.
Jr. and Travolta.
Oh,
Yeah, Cuba.
He was
Apparently.
one of the defense lawyers. Which one was he? He was the old white man.
Pepper Saltzman.
No,
He had salt and pepper in his hair. I'm sure.
what's his name? I read the OJ book and
Salty
everything.
Pepperman. Come on.
Well done.
Thank you.
Too. Anyway, so check out The Producers.
Yeah, it should be fun.
That will be fun.
Yeah,
He
man.
played Pepper Saltzman.
Really delayed.
He was F. Lee Bailey. He's the guy who got Mark Furman to say the N-word.
That's what goes in the Irish coffees.
Bailey's?
A little bit of Bailey's.
Oh, I got the joke.
Yeah, man. All right, very good. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. And I gotta finish up here. And good night.